Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Huntley setting up the screen for Cook. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. On first and 10, Huntley firing quickly here, and that's complete.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Second and 2. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. On first and 10, here's Murray. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Lions are able to extend their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now Cook. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. Third down here.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Murray now. And able to find Kirk complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Murray now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Another try after the first down sack. Murray looking deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point good by Prater, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second and 9, Murray escaping the pressure right. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Galladay. And it's second down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Here we go.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
53, check 53.
On 3rd down, Huntley. He finds an opening past the 40. Open man is Switzer, complete. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. This quarterback now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. And that is incomplete.
The pass on 2nd down. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a run with Cook. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Space to maneuver at the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And teams have a tough time running the ball as this one has throughout this game. It's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments. You often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
Watch the run. 2 times, 2 times.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Run the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Pick me up. Here we go.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now on second and 13. Murray, he'll get this one to Galladay. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing again, Murray. And an alley to run. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Murray and company going for it on 4th. He's going to let this go for the end. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, 32 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Lions 41, Vikings 13. Matt Prater to kick.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Throwing on 1st down. Murray. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. from 21 yards away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned him 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 39. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Rashad Perriman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point good by Prater, and that will extend this big lead.
Score Lions 55, Vikings 13. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Huntley. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
It's now 4th down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Huntley. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A toss to Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Really in a hole here. 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 1st down, Huntley. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now another timeout called for by the offense. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Lions, the win.